Nigeria also continues to struggle with insecurity, especially around kidnappings for ransom. Over the past week, there were several kidnapping incidents reported in different states. One incident that particularly shocked many Nigerians was the kidnapping of staff from the Ministry of Defense who were traveling from Lagos to Abuja for a promotion exam. Hello everyone, my name is Kosi Sochukwume. Welcome to Situation Room's weekly political news roundup, where we break down Nigeria's top political stories. So here are the highlights this week. Last week, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu released a list of ambassadorial nominees, but the list quickly stirred public debate. Many Nigerians raised eyebrows at some of the individuals nominated, especially those with troubling public records. One major point of controversy for us at Situation Room was the inclusion of Professor Mahmood Yakubu, the immediate past chairman of INEC. For many citizens, memories of the 2023 general elections are still fresh. That election cycle was widely criticized for lack of transparency, logistical failures, and results that were hotly contested. Situation Room expressed deep concern in a public statement released on Tuesday, noting that nominating the person who oversaw such a controversial election and doing so by the very president who benefited from that process sends the wrong signal about accountability and public trust. We called on the Senate to decline his screening and confirmation in the interest of public confidence in democratic institutions. Nigeria also continues to struggle with insecurity, especially around kidnappings for ransom. Over the past week, there were several kidnapping incidents reported in different states. One incident that particularly shocked many Nigerians was the kidnapping of staff from the Ministry of Defense who were traveling from Lagos to Abuja for a promotion exam. This trend only confirms what communities have been saying for years. Insecurity is now affecting everyone, from ordinary citizens to those working in the highest security sectors. It again raises questions about the urgency of effectiveness and of government's responses to kidnapping and banditry. In a surprising development last week, the Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru, resigned from his position on health grounds. The presidency quickly announced a replacement to be the former Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, who was recently sacked alongside other service chiefs. Many Nigerians know General Musa for his military leadership, especially in the fight against insurgency in the Northeast. His nomination comes at a time when Nigerians are demanding stronger action on insecurity. Many Nigerians hope that his military background will bring fresh energy and strategic direction to the ministry. The United States continue to pay close attention to the rising insecurity and human rights concerns in Nigeria. This week, the United States lawmakers held another meeting focused on violence in Nigeria, particularly attacks on communities, religious freedom concerns, and government responses. This is not the first time the U.S. has taken this position. For several years, the United States Congress and U.S. agencies have held hearings on Nigeria's security situation, and this only signals ongoing global concern with international peace and security. Northern governors gathered this week to unveil the Northern Independent but United Security Fund. This initiative aims to pool resources to strengthen security across the region, which has been heavily affected by banditry, kidnappings, and farmer-herder conflicts. This is similar to other regional security collaborations we have seen in the Southwest with Amotekun and the Southeast with Ebubago. Northern governors have said the fund will support intelligence, logistics, and coordinated action against violence groups. Well, we'll see how that goes. In the United States, we saw Senator Moreno proposing a bill to end dual citizenship for some categories of Americans. Although the bill is still in the early stages, it has generated discussions among Nigerians in the diaspora, especially those who hold both US and Nigerian citizenship. The proposal adds to a growing wave of political debates in the United States around immigration, national identity, and foreign policies. Nigerians will be watching closely to see if it gains any momentum. What do you think about that? In Osun State, we saw a political shocker hit when the Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke announced his resignation from the People's Democratic Party. We all know that he has been a central figure in the PDP for years, and only recently he reclaimed the Osun state governorship after a heated 2022 election. His decision comes in the midst of internal party disputes in the PDP, both at the state and national levels, and many analysts are saying it signals deeper cracks within the PDP than we can see. Well, we don't need anyone to tell us that what has been going on in the PDP is deeply troubling, especially ahead of the 2027 general elections. So also adding to PDP's internal crisis, recall that a faction of the PDP a few weeks ago held a convention in Oyo State, and during the convention, a new national chairman emerged, Kabiru Turaki. So this week, we saw that faction issuing expulsion certificates to former Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike, former Ekiti Governor Fayose, and 9 others. These divisions date back to disagreements from the 2023 election, especially the fallout between Wike and the national leadership of the PDP. The International Press Institute, IPI, announced that it has blacklisted the Inspector General of Police and 2 state governors following repeated complaints by journalists about harassment, unlawful detention, and attack while carrying out their work. For years, Nigerian journalists have complained about shrinking press freedom and increasing hostility from security agencies. The IPI's decision is just a strong stand aimed at drawing national attention to this growing abuse. Last week, too, INEC announced that it has completed the first quarter of the ongoing continuous voter registration, and as part of the process, it has begun displaying claims for objections so that Nigerians can correct errors on the preliminary register. However, the numbers show a worrying pattern. Of the 9.8 million Nigerians who began their registration online, only about 2.5 million have completed it. This means millions of potential voters may miss out if they don't finish their registration. Situation urges citizens, especially those who have already started their online pre-registration, to complete the process. Your vote is your voice. Don't allow this opportunity to pass you by. So in Sagamu, Osun State, a lead poisoning outbreak has sparked national concern. Reports suggest that the contamination is linked to illegal recycling and unsafe industrial practices. Several cases have already been recorded, and the Senate has ordered a national crackdown to address this crisis. Lead poisoning is not new in Nigeria. Many people remember the tragic 2010 incident in Zamfara, where hundreds of children died due to unsafe gold mining practices. The Sagamu situation is a reminder that environmental health issues still need urgent government attention to prevent another large-scale tragedy. Enough of politics. We need to start looking at our health sector. As Nigeria's civil society situation, we call on all Nigerians to stay engaged and informed. Now more than ever, Nigerians must prioritize political education. Democracy thrives when citizens are informed and active. That's all for this week. Stay informed and share your thoughts in the comments. See you next time. Bye.